They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce,
But not you, man.
but they can't control me.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
You know, when you're early in your career, you feel that you have to listen. And when you buck, they buck harder.
Rumors of a list of celebrities going above and beyond to reach the top is old news. But after some drastic confessions come out, they become the center of attention yet again. Beyonce is in hot water because her former security guard has come out with allegations that can destroy her career. Are the conspiracies of Beyonce being involved in eliminating competition true? What has Uncle Ron said that has the industry in a buzz? We have all the deeds, so let's get into it. Beyonce, the queen of black music, is facing heat in the industry as Uncle Ron has come forward with some interesting claims about the power couple that has had the rumor mill going wild.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about it.
And the public is on Uncle Ron's side on this one. One of them commented, "I've always believed there is something disturbing, evil, whatever about Beyonce. You don't get that much success in Hollywood without some kind of nasty stuff in your heart." Another applaud Ron for his courage to tell the world even after getting serious threats. Why would a grown man talk about someone as huge as Beyonce even after knowing that he'd get death threats? Wake up, people. He's trying to tell you something. I respect him for standing his ground no matter who the FCK it is. Hats off to you. All this negative attention has brought about the murder allegations of the princess of R&B, Aaliyah Dana Houghton. The talented artist died more than 20 years ago when a small plane carrying the singer and 8 others crashed en route to Miami from a video shoot in the Bahamas.
Plane just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
At the time, the love triangle between Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Aaliyah was quite popular among the fans. And the sudden demise of their beloved idol spurred the fans to investigate the incident further, and the conclusion they came to was mind-boggling. Aaliyah was trafficked to R. Kelly at 15 by her family for fame and then started messing with Jay-Z, who was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log. Beyonce got jealous and had her killed. You can't tell me this isn't a possibility. The rumors have not died down still in cherry on the top. These allegations from Uncle Ron have a disastrous impact on Beyonce's career after she just did a controversial concert in Dubai, which is known for its Stone Age strict laws. It was supposed to be a private event, but fans made the gig very much public. The basic human rights are violated, and it is completely against her and what she stands for. The big money Beyonce was paid is said to be £20 million and made headlines.
Now, it took a rumoured £20 million to persuade Beyonce to perform her first headline concert for 5 years. The singer took to the stage in Dubai last night.
And as you might imagine, fans are very much put out by the Queen's behavior. No beef, but I'm struggling to understand why Beyonce, who is $500 million, would accept $20 million to make her debut performance of the Renaissance album, a record which lives heavily from queer culture in Dubai, a country where LGBT rights aren't recognized. Another question, I get it, everyone wants their coin, but when you're that rich, is it that worth it? Even when the Beehive came to the rescue stating that the Queen Bey did not perform anything from her LGBT album, Renaissance, it only added fuel to the fire. So many people saying she didn't perform anything from Renaissance though. Does that actually make a difference? She's in cycle for an album indebted to queer culture. The question should be, why didn't she? Put shade on the singer's disrespect, human rights activists are also calling her out.
And of course, Beyonce has made a huge thing about slavery in the United States.
Well, their anger and criticism is spot on as her recent antics go against everything she has stood for so far. But Beyonce's valid ignorance of LGBT fans' feelings are somewhat small when compared with murder allegations. You all know in Aaliyah's case, there are some people who believe that Jay-Z and Beyonce are a part of Illuminati and the princess was just the sacrifice. One fan took to Twitter to share his thoughts. Jay-Z and Aaliyah used to date. He wanted her to join the Illuminati. She didn't, so he killed her and married Beyonce because she was willing to join. But unfortunately, Aaliyah was not the only one to have suffered for the power couple. Many seem to forget Carrie Hilson's name. Well, until recently, when Uncle Ron accused the power couple of destroying her career.
Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about it.
Well, as you might imagine, the former bodyguard is a credible source, as he was required by his job to be present everywhere the client is, and now it seems like Ron's claims are not that far off. All the dust that his claims have kicked up, some old video of Carrie's interviews have resurfaced, leading the fans to believe that Ron's claims stand true.
And when you buck, they buck harder, and they make threats, and those threats are huge ones.
As you just heard from the songwriter's own mouth, she did receive death threats, maybe because of the beef between the songwriter and the Queen. For those who don't know, the beef started back in 2009 when the fans inferred that Carrie was throwing shade on Beyonce with her song, Turning Me On, which was a hit at the time. Although the song was the part of Carrie's debut album In a Perfect World, the hype about it was really crazy. Her song lyrics, "Your vision cloudy if you think that you the best, you can dance, she can sing, but need to move it to the left, she needs to go to have some babies, she needs to sit down, she fake, the mother chicks ain't worth talking about." Well, after facing harsh treatment from beehives for years, Carrie finally addressed the rumor of the diss track in her interview with Hardnick TV, denying any and every perception of the lyrics going around.
I speak my mind and I make no apologies for it. So, it's a hot verse. I love the verse. Yes, I heard specific names being brought up. No, it's...
She specifically said that the lyrics were being interpreted and given meaning to more than they were originally intended. But the fans disregarded her take on the situation and went all out ferociously on the songwriter. Miss Carrie Hilton was finally out of patience when the Beyonce records were being thrown at her on the streets. She took to Twitter saying, "You have no idea what your hateful words could do to someone's spirit. Years of verbal abuse from strangers all day long. Enough is enough." A fan sympathized with her, tweeting, "At Carrie Hilton, just like being stabbed repeatedly in the heart, only you ain't dying, but the pain is the same." Well, in a nutshell, Carrie couldn't recover from the backlash she faced during the beef years. Even though Beyonce never responded to Carrie directly, people believe some strings were pulled from her hand to the fan abuse to last as long as it did. In a tweet, she even hinted Beyonce to stop her minions. "I get it, okay, you can stop now. As far as whatever you're really mad about, I had my reasons. It's been years. Just chalk it up to your ignorance of my reality and let it go. As for my mistakes, God has dealt with me." Her beef did die down, but Carrie's career did not recover. Her tumultuous experience led her to not hold up the Juicy magazine having the power couple on the cover.
The magazine, just shout out Juicy Mag.
When Carrie addressed her behavior at the Soul Train Awards, she said no one could ever compare to Beyonce. No one will for a very, very, very long time, and that was never my aim either. However, it was framed that way. It was written that way, was not my lyrics, was not my writing, was not my doing. And then I'm caught, like, do I tell the truth? Do I expose them early in my career? I'm super young, super new. This is my first album. It just soiled my whole dream. A fan contemplated that this was all a setup to kill Carrie's career as she was showing signs of being a competition to Beyonce. Why Carrie Hilton ain't hold the magazine up, Beyonce definitely killed that lady career. Another added, Beyonce is seemingly so powerful, it's not hard to believe she's capable of doing some things. Those hand signs and crazy faces she makes definitely don't help. It's like Beyonce and Jay-Z just can't lose. People have been starting to sense something isn't right for quite some time. Even though Carrie removed herself from the spotlight, she did promise her fans a new album soon. And her fans are eager for her return to the R&B world. Carrie needs to make a comeback because we are all in need of some real R&B music with a positive vibe. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.